Good afternoon. This is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com and welcome everyone to the Stock Swoosh Show. I thought I would do a video today to review what actually happens in the live trading room to see if anyone would be interested in signing up for the trading room. I have many people in the trading room now that have taken the gap class, and it is a very exciting place to trade gaps live and see the market working in the way that I'm calling it, which is fantastic, and also to learn more information. So we're going to go over this today. If you would like more information on the room, please feel free to email me at info@thestockswoosh.com or melissa@thestockswoosh.com. And definitely go to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn and like me anywhere there. And of course, you can go to Skype and add me to your Skype and talk to me there. So as a trader, if you're trading by yourself alone or with one or two friends and you're not seeing success, take a step back today. Stop throwing yourself into the market without a support system. And what is a support system? A good trading room. A live trading room to make good quality calls on gaps and the market to know what direction to have for the day. Otherwise, you're just throwing your money needlessly into the market. And it's basically like this guy. He's just throwing himself into the alligator's mouth. There's no hope for him. He's a goner, okay? He has no support system whatsoever. In fact, he jumped into the mouth by himself of his own accord without any support. And so I am giving good advice to people and saying, wait a minute, you've got to have a good support system if you want to become successful trading. And quite frankly, it is time for you to be successful. If you have been going after this trading thing for a while, and by a while it could be weeks or months or years, at some point you're going to say to yourself, I know that I can do this. What is it that I need? For some people, they need education. And for some people, they need the support of a good room. I think everyone needs both. To be honest with you, a good, proper educational background and the support of a room. Why? Because trading is challenging. There's no question about it. So you've got to have everything lined up to be on your side. Good education, good strategy, know what to do, be disciplined as a person, have the right focus, be motivated, want it bad enough, not quit, persevere through the rough times, find a good trading room, get in a groove, and do it. And book the money. Be successful. Know when to push it and know when to hold yourself back. And I talk about this literally every day in the room. Transforming your trading is possible with the support of a good room and the support of a good program, which I offer to people in my Golden Gap class. It is absolutely essential for you, if you are failing right now as a trader, to stop what you're doing, reevaluate, and transform yourself. Throwing money into the market, going after stuff needlessly when you haven't been successful is not the answer. I know people think they're helping themselves because they think they're giving themselves an opportunity to make money when they're trading even though they haven't been doing well, but all you're doing is throwing good money after bad. You've got to stop and reevaluate. I can't stress this enough for people. They think if they don't take a class or join my room, both of which cost money, and keep trading with the money they have left, they'll be able to find a way to make it. That's not the answer. You're just going to bleed the rest of the money out through a long period, which will still be stressful, still create anxiety for you. You're just going to stretch out the time from now until the time where you lose more money. And that could be less suffering than paying for a room in our class, but it's not going to get you to your goal. Your goal is to be focused and your goal is to be successful. And if that's your goal, then it's going to take commitment. There's absolutely no two ways about it. You've got to trade with direction, 100% direction, not a little bit of direction, not a back and forth direction, not a maybe, not a hoping. No, absolute direction. Here's the directions. This is where we're going. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're doing. If it does it, we're taking the trade. Boom, there's a target. That's it. And if it doesn't set up and it doesn't do it, that's it. So even when you choose not to do something, you're making the choice based on what you've set out to do for the day. You have direction. You have direction for the gap. You have direction for the market. You know exactly what you're doing. You have a game plan. That's it. And you stick to it. This, of course, requires focus. This is one of the roles that I have now in moderating the room, helping people stay focused. As well as myself, I'm just verbalizing it. Although when I traded by myself, to be honest with you, I did talk to myself when I traded. I talked to myself. I talked to my friends. You know, I was very focused. And part of the focus in the room is for you to learn. As a new trader, as a trader learning gaps, if you're even not a new trader, but you're new to gaps or my strategy, learning is so key. Learning what to do and putting yourself back into the position of being young again. You know, learning can be exciting and fun. Many people find it challenging. Gosh, you know, I have to learn a new thing now. I just learned this thing and it didn't work out and I have to learn another thing. Yes, yes. If you're not successful, you have to learn something else. You have to learn something good. You have to learn something new. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Learning is exciting. Learning is exciting, especially if you're going to make money from it. And that's the most advantageous thing to the Golden Gap course and being in the Stock Swoosh Show live trading room. So I focus on trading, on the gaps, on continuation gaps, on moves that I see following through. This was the first gap of the GDX, followed through then on another gap then the next day, and is now following through. This is absolutely lower. It's going to break again. Beautiful, nice follow through on this continuation gap. Just a lovely, lovely play in this. These precious metals are just down, down, down. And the focus in the room is making money. Of course, this is important. This is the reason that you trade. The goal is to be profitable. So why join? One great reason to join is for getting swooshes. When they see it happen live, I can spot these very easily. Something opens and it swooshes. Then I do the swoosh setup. We take it and it's a nice play. Another reason is to spot reverse swooshes, which will save you money because you are not going to short into a reverse swoosh that goes in the opposite direction of the trade you're looking to take. It's a sign. It's a sign not to do it, to stay away, that the trade is probably going to fail on the day. Therefore, you save money by not doing it at all because it reverse swooshes. And I point these out immediately when I see them as well. So why become a member of the Stock Swoosh Show? To get great stock picks in the morning, to learn about trading gaps, to get a precise market call every morning, which I have just been spot on in my market calls. I mean, even this morning, I said the market was so crazy bullish and everyone just couldn't understand where I was coming up with that. And I went over it and reviewed it and it was a good lesson. I teach in the room too. So it's also about learning how to trade more efficiently, to help you stay focused and disciplined, very key, to help you become profitable by learning how to make money and book money, to trade quality trades, quality stocks, and get quality entries, which I am very good at calling as well. So it's about the results. If you are not seeing results in the trading room you're at now, if you are not seeing results trading by yourself, then consider becoming a member of the Stock Swoosh Show live trading room, which is about results. Results not just for the short term, but for the long term as well. Because if you learn from me by being in the room, taking the gap class and having the room there as a support system, you're going to see results faster than you ever could have done on your own. And that's a great thing because obviously you're saving time in the learning curve. The schedule for the room is 8 o'clock to 9 a.m. is market review and gap analysis. From 9 to 9:30 is review of the top picks for the morning to trade. 9:30 to 11 a.m. is where I trade, and then I'll call trades, entries, and exits. And from 11 to noon is a trade review of the gaps that we did and the other ones we look at that did or didn't work. And then I review what I'm going to watch for the next day. And that's a nice little add-on too, because many rooms don't even look at that. So the reasons to join the show are to have a plan of action for the day. This is so important and way ahead of the time when the market opens. At 8 a.m., you're getting ready and situating yourself for the day. Daily pre-market review of the market and gap picks way before the market opens. Once again, how do you think you're going to be successful rolling out of bed and starting to trade at 9 o'clock, 9:15? You barely have time to get yourself together, and then you're going to take a trade in 15 minutes without even looking or thinking about anything? That is not the proper way to be successful. Preparation is key. Having a daily watch list, post-market watch list for the next day. I also find this is very helpful for students. Live trading calls for entries and exits I do in the room. A focus for your trading, teaching, and lectures, very important. And motivation to trade skillfully. Learning technical analysis, which I teach in the room. Learning how to read charts in a sophisticated way, which I do. And learn and get conviction. If you're not familiar with what this is, you'll know it once you start to trade with me or even do the class. This is something that is vital to your success. Learn the power of the market. learning the power of the market is something that may take you a little bit longer than some other things because you may not realize really how much money you can actually make in the market trading if you can get it down right. Because the market is just there waiting to give you everything you want. However, you have to respect the power of the market. You have to have a focused strategy. You have to have a good strategy. You have to have a plan of action. You have to have all the pieces of the puzzle together. It is possible to be successful trading if you have a plan of action, and that means pick the good stock to trade with a high odds of working in the direction of your bias. Your plan of action every day is to make money when the market gives you a good gap and a trade and step aside when it doesn't. It's about having balance within yourself and money and the market. It's a trio. Here's a golden gap that I call that happened back in April. Beautiful, beautiful gap. And it's continuing lower and gapped again actually on Friday. Beautiful move. And the bigger term target on this is right down in here. It's about $29 or so. Could even get down to $8.80. Here was a trade that I called in the room back the day that it gapped. If you did not have conviction in the gap, did not know how to rate the gap, did not know what a golden gap was, you may have killed this trade. You may have not even done the trade because it did rally up first quite a bit before it set up, but it was beautiful rallying to resistance at an exact number. If you took that trade and felt like you couldn't hold it here, there was no reason to get out of it. No reason at all. Rallied up and retested and had a beautiful setup once in here again. You could have taken it for the whole move down. This is a really nice trade that had a beautiful stop, and the retest was just a great add too. So it's about getting live golden gap calls by being in the Stock Swoosh Show trading room. It is a complete trading room for your success as a trader. And this is important, and you've got to take it seriously. You have got to take it seriously. You know, there's no reason to not take trading seriously. If you're going to risk your own money, then you better take it seriously. You've got to respect what you're doing, trading and your money and the market. It's about having the right tools for success and getting the good market reviews. This is challenging to read the market, but I really go over it with a fine-tooth comb every single day myself. And of course, I go over this in the room. And I have a gap watch list every day with my top picks and the things that I love and the things that I want to trade and do. I'm very good at spotting opportunity quickly when trades set up in the morning. I just own that first 30 minutes of the day like nobody's business. And when I see something set up, I'm right on top of it. I'm very good at spotting opportunity quickly or telling right away if something's not going to work right or if it's not clean on the day. So be at the Stock Swoosh Show to get results. After all, that is what you want, and that is why you must take your trading seriously. To be successful as a trader, you need a good educational foundation with a proper strategy and the support system of a room. Trading, to be really, really good, you must have it all. You can't try to get by on the cheap, thinking that you're going to do it on your own, just trade in the market, go to a room that's not that expensive just to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a trade here or there. In the end, you're just wasting time. You're wasting time by losing a little or making a little and going nowhere. If you really want to get good, if you really want to be serious about doing this, then you've got to learn how to do it right, and you've got to be in a good room. And if you can do all those things, you're going to put it together and you're going to take off. You're really going to be able to do it for a living if that's what you want to do, or as a second source of income for you to retire early or quit your full-time job maybe eventually once you're starting to make good enough money. I find, though, that people too easily want to give money away to the market just to keep trading, just to keep trading, just to keep trading, and they don't have any direction. Not only do they not have the right direction, they don't have no direction. It's like negative direction. So what will the results be? You see what I'm saying? The results, to be positive, must have the proper direction. And part of that is the knowledge, the right information, taking the Golden Gap course, and having the support of a room. You've got to have it all. I wish I could say it's just as easy as doing one thing. However, the beauty of trading for a living and the fantastic thing about the market is it can give you everything you want and more. However, it's not going to give it up with nothing. It's not going to give it up without hard work. It's not going to give it up on the cheap. So it is about making the decision yourself that you really want to do this and be successful and making the commitment. And if you do that and you take my class and join the room, you're going to have all the pieces of the puzzle you need to move forward. And then it's just up to you. It's just up to you to do the right course of action. So the stock swoosh trading room hours are 8 a.m. to noon. It's a live trading room with Golden Gap calls. For students who have taken the Golden Gap class, the monthly room rate is $200 per month. For non-students, it's $300 per month. This is a very focused trading room that plays gaps based on technical analysis. This is the most strategically focused, detailed trading room that is out there. I am only doing one strategy, and I'm only doing it in one direction. I will look at bullish gaps for traders. If you ask me to look at it, if I tell you if I think it's a good long or not, I will tell you if it's a good gap up. But I am only calling in the room bearish gaps. I am only trading myself bearish gaps. I am looking at one strategy, one direction, one focus. It's the most focused thing out there. And I am just honing it down really to the detail to not only get the gap right, but the entry so precise with the stop. And that is how you do it. That's how you make money. That's how you make money. That's how you be successful. You get good at one thing, you add the size, boom, that's it. You take off. You're doing it then. It's about getting good at one thing, one focus with size. And that's how you make money as a trader. It's really about your road to success and happiness. And so think about some of the things that I've said today. Try to really consider where you're at with your trading and make some decisions to move forward this year so that you can be successful, so that you can be happy. Trading is fun when you become good at it. And it's actually easy when you become good at it. You just have to become good at it. So it has to be one of the goals. Discover a new approach to trading rooms. There has never been anything like it. Thank you so much for coming today. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. If you'd like more information on the Stock Swoosh Show live trading room, contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thank you, everyone, and have a great afternoon.